All right, imagine the economy is like a yo-yo. Yeah, that toy you probably played with as a kid or even saw in some cool trick videos. Now, here's the twist. Instead of just twirling it around for fun, the ups and downs of this yo-yo affect everyone's lives. When the economy is on an upswing, it's like you've mastered the yo-yo trick. You're doing walk the dog, around the world, and maybe even some sick double rocket launch move. People are getting jobs, businesses are thriving, and there's money to spend. Everyone's got a smile, just like your face when you finally nailed that trick. But inevitably, the economy often hits a downturn. Now, picture this. You've just tried a new trick, and oops, you've got the string all tangled, and the yo yo is stuck. Suddenly, people are losing jobs, businesses are hurting, and money is tight. It feels like your best yo yo trick gone wrong. And just like with a yo yo, it's important to manage the string. If you pull too hard or too quickly, things get messy. Governments and central banks act like seasoned yo yo champions. They pull gently, trying to guide the economy back to those awesome, trick performing heights. They might lower interest rates to get people to spend more, or they might create jobs directly, all in the name of economic stability. So remember, whether the economy is soaring up or tangled at the bottom, it's all part of the yo yo's journey. And just like becoming a yo yo pro takes time and practice, getting the economy steady takes wise policies and sometimes a bit of patience. Oh, and maybe a little luck, like avoiding tangles. All right, my young economist, let's break this down. Imagine you and your buddies are stranded on a desert island. One of you is great at fishing, another is fantastic at finding coconuts, and you, well, you've somehow become the island's premier hammock weaver. Now let's consider if you all decide to trade with each other. Why trade rocks? 1. Specialization. Each of you focuses on what you do best. Your buddy catches heaps of fish, the other one gathers plenty of coconuts, and you make the coziest, most Instagram-worthy hammocks. If you tried to fish, find coconuts, and weave hammocks all by yourself, not only would you be exhausted, but you'd also end up with fewer fish, coconuts, and lopsided hammocks. 2. Increased efficiency. By specializing, you're working more efficiently. Because you're a hammock pro, you can weave them super fast. The fishing expert can reel in fish by the dozen, and your coconut buddy can climb trees like a monkey on a caffeine high. Think of it like playing a video game in co-op mode. Each player has unique skills that contribute to the overall victory. 3. More variety and quantity. You can enjoy a fish coconut feast while chilling in a hammock, all without having to do everything yourself. You'd never have that level of delicious diversity if everyone had to fend for themselves. 4. Mutual benefit. Trade is a win-win. Everyone gets more than they would if they tried to go solo. You might trade one hammock for 10 fish. Your buddy with the fish thinks it's a great deal because he's swimming in fish but needs a comfy place to relax. It's like when you trade your least favorite Halloween candy with friends to get the ones you love. Everybody wins, and no one is stuck with questionable candy corn. Now let's get academic. Economists call this division of labor and comparative advantage. Even if one person is the best at everything, Olivia overachiever, it still makes sense for her to trade. Why? Because her time might be better spent weaving hammocks where she crushes it and she can trade for fish and coconuts rather than do those less efficiently herself. In the real world, this concept scales up. Countries like Japan specialize in making epic electronics, Brazil nails coffee production, and the US, well, we're pretty good at a ton of things, including making movies and technology. When these countries trade, consumers around the world get better, cheaper, and more diverse goods. A little humor. Think back to the desert island. Imagine trying to climb the coconut tree while catching fish with your toes, all while holding a half-finished hammock in your mouth. Ridiculous, right? Instead, wouldn't it be better to laugh it off, let the specialists handle their thing, and enjoy the bounty of trade? So, never underestimate the power of a good trade. It turns out that sharing isn't just caring, it's economic genius.